My bitch drive a all white rank. Couldn't hit it if you niggas had aim. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shame.
What's going on, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to GòL. If you haven't noticed already, I am by the Hollywood sign in Los Angeles. I'm not gonna stay here and talk to you guys. It's really dark and the direction of the sun is weird. So we're gonna walk back down the trail so we can discuss everything that happened in the past week in the world of football, as you already know. Let's get to it. All right, so first off, we're talking Serie A and Juventus. Close game, but they won theirs 3-2. Ronaldo played, of course. That was what everybody was expecting. Everybody wanted to see him in his very first game with Juve. He didn't score, but you know, that wasn't a big surprise. And of course, he's Ronaldo. He's amazing, but I feel like he still has to take some time to really get used to the Serie A, really get used to playing with these teams. Training and preseason games and all of that is different than in the regular seasons. But they got away with the win. First one, they got the 3 points, and that's all that counts. Also, the other big teams, Napoli beat Lazio 2-1, also got that 3-point. Napoli always get a pretty good start, but they tend to fall short in the end of the season when they're supposed to be challenging Juventus and actually grabbing that trophy. But hopefully this year they could be a lot more consistent and actually get it from them. I'm not rooting for Juventus to fail, but I'd like to see it change a little bit. You know, it's a lot more interesting when different winners happen at the end of the season. And speaking of big teams that usually fall short, Roma also won their game 1-0. And who else but Dzeko to score it? But that wasn't the big talking point of the game. Young player, his debut for Roma, Justin Kluivert, assisted Dzeko with the goal, and it was the winning goal. This man is out here making a straight up impact in his debut in the Serie A. And now for La Liga, Real Madrid, Carvajal, clean header to make it 1-0. And then Bale, the beast, Gareth Bale, making it 2-0. They won that game. Barcelona won their game 3-0. And Messi, of course, doing what he does best. Free kick under the wall. And to be honest, at this point, it doesn't even surprise me anymore. He's just Messi scoring free kicks. And also Sevilla won their game 4-1. So these teams are starting out pretty well. Again, it's the first game. It's just for the matter of knowing what's happening. We have to talk about the scores, but it really doesn't matter this early into the season. You know, getting a good head start, getting some momentum is very important, but it doesn't tell us, you know, how good they're going to go into the season or who's actually, you know, the favorites. So we know the favorites, but who's actually in the race to win the league. And now for the Premier League, first up we have Tottenham against Fulham. Tottenham won their game 3-1. All right, see, now this is when we can actually start talking about them. 2 games in, a little bit too early still, but they're, you know, they got 6 points, and it's looking like them not having any signings this summer isn't really bothering them too much, but we're gonna see how it affects their depth and having just a lot more choices in the future. Check out that Hollywood sign. Now moving on to Leicester, who won their game 2-0. 1 red card, but they kind of redeemed themselves from that loss against United in the first game. No, nothing too crazy, nothing to worry about there. One of the very bigger games this weekend, Chelsea against Arsenal. And Arsenal are just digging themselves into a hole right now. They lost 3-2 late 80th minute goal from Marco Alonso, and Giroud missing some clear opportunities. Arsenal overall, like, here's my thing, I don't think they're playing bad, but when you're missing a lot of chances and it's sloppy at the front, it's just looking like, come on, like, you have to be more clinical, and they're just not doing that, which is, it's not working. They have to be more clinical. They have to be able to put those clear chances away. And the clear favorites right now, the guys who's looking monstrous at the moment, Manchester City, winning their game 6-1 against Brighton. It's Brighton, yes, we know that, but 6-1 in the Premier League, it's 6-1 in the Premier League. And even though they lost Debruyne this week, it seems like he has a knee injury of some sort and he's going to be out for 3 months. Yeesh. The top assist, the man at the top of the assist list last season, like the core of Manchester City, one of their best players by far, if not the best player on the team, out for 3 months. But I don't think they're going to miss him too much. In some of the tougher games where they really need like those 1-0s, it's definitely going to show. But for right now, they're looking solid without him. They're motivated. They got young players. They got a good coach. I think they'll be just fine. And a team who doesn't look like they're going to be really fine, Manchester United losing to Brighton 3-2. I'm not too like a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the whole just fire a manager whenever a team's doing bad thing. But I feel like if he's not going to stop being so negative, if Mourinho is not going to stop being so negative, he's not going to really apply himself and stop blaming everybody else but himself for the losses, then he really needs to go. Somebody needs to take over because they're staining a really beautiful legacy for United. And now let's talk about some non-game related stuff in the football world. This is new challenge that Lingard started, and I still haven't been able to do it. And I'm learning to do it. I'll get it eventually. But there's also this new thing that Dele started, and that I can definitely do. Woo! Yeah. All right, and it's been trending on social media for the past week. It's just a fun thing. From time to time, there's just something on the internet that just goes viral and people like doing it, and it's just fun. And it's cool to see that it's part of the football world coming straight from the Premier League. It's just some fun stuff on the internet, you know? And also this week, there was quite a few retirement news. David Silva, at 32 years old, announced that he won't be playing for the Spanish national team anymore, which is surprising. I mean, he was part of the World Cup winning team, and he's still at the peak of his game. He's a beast right now, playing really well for City. I don't know why he decided to retire. I think he should have done it after the Euros at least. But 32, it's a decent age. A lot of players, including, which was a big surprise to me, Lukaku announced that in 2020, he's going to be retiring. And I think he announced that he's going to be retiring for the Belgian national team. And I honestly think that it's going to change. He's 25 years old. 2020 is in 2 years. If you retire at 27 as a striker, what are you doing with yourself? Like, what does he not have any ambitions to win the next World Cup? I don't get it, to be honest, but I really think he's going to change his mind. If he sees that there's potential in the team and that the youth coming in are really applying themselves or really playing for their country, then I think he's going to stick around for a lot longer. Also, at 27 years old, Victor Moses says that he's retiring from the Nigerian national team. I really don't get it. What is this coming to it? These guys so scared that, are they so traumatized that every time they play in a World Cup that they lose, that they just don't want to play for the national team anymore. And it's not just about the World Cup. It's not just about the competitions. It's like you're playing for your country, and that should be like, that should really be a pride for yourself. I don't understand. They really need to stop. Play for your country. If you have that chance, some guys don't get to do it. Play for your country. And right before La Liga started, Atletico beat Real Madrid and they won the UEFA Super Cup, which was, surprise, finally Atletico beating Madrid in a final, which as a Barca fan, to be honest, feels amazing. I love it. And I don't even have to be impartial in this part because Atletico deserved it. They played better, they fought to the end. I'm not saying that Real actually missed Ronaldo that much in that game. I don't think he would have been a big addition to it. I just thought it was Atletico's day. It was their game to win, and they came away with that. You can't hate them. They've lost the Champions League final twice to Real, so you can't really be mad at that, especially Real fans. Give them one. But guys, that was pretty much it for this week. I'm gonna be back in New York for next week's episode, so we're back to regular scheduled programming. But this is fun. I think I want to just go different places on the weekends just to film this show. Drop in the comments if you'd like to see that. If you'd like to see the GòL Weekly Show in different states, different cities, and name some. Where are you from? Maybe we could just meet up and talk about the week in football with GòL followers, GòL audience. All right, so let me know that in the comments below. Also, make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and also don't forget to subscribe. Down in the description, there's gonna be the music, all the social media to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on GòL. Peace.